It was a long time ago. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, so I can get. Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get you squared away for that. Whatever you need for the summertime. I'll get you a couple of shirts. Inshallah. I'm in the mode right now of like doing the ceiling potentially in the office space that like how we did it for the showroom. And wanting to essentially like rearrange the wires. I remember like that our feedback thing is right up here too. So I guess like figuring out how to kind of clean it up there and then add new lighting. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think it doesn't have to be too fancy. You know what I was thinking was like, they have those like LED lights that are like long, just like one big long, kind of like, you know, yeah, and just kind of like do it in the ceiling. Just like one big light, like something that looks nice. I'm gonna white it out. I'm gonna do cement the floors the same way. Um, so whenever James has told like I'm gonna do the floors and so we're gonna try and do the floors and stuff ourselves. So um, James has told me that like the ceiling really is the key point um, to kind of set it all like so that we can get rid of the drop ceiling. Um, but yeah. Are you? Okay, inshallah, we'll try and connect in the next couple of days. We'll talk soon, inshallah. Yeah, so.
Yo,
Yo, can you hear me?
yo,
I wonder if you're coming up on my shit.
what?
I'm trying to see if you're coming up on my if you're coming up on the stream shit. I'm streaming.
Damn, bro's leaking me.
Streaming. Let me see.
Uh, I didn't consent to this.
Yeah. You gotta check the fine print. No, I'm just fucking with you. Let me turn it off. But no, I just from a because I mean it's not seeing anything. I don't even think the audio is connected. Let me see. Because it's like not through there.
I don't give a fuck either way.
But the does my voice sound like does my can you hear like the difference in that between this and that?
What?
Like, can you hear the difference in my mic, or does it all sound the same when I'm talking like this, or does it sound like
I
better?
mean, when you get close to it, but
It's
like, what is it standing on? Because I heard it rattle a bit. You
I
gotta
was
be careful about
I was
touching it.
moving it with my hand, yeah. So like this is me
Oh,
standing up
okay.
close to it, and then this is me standing away.
Um,
Can you
w- talk close to it again.
check?
I think, or just talk normal. Talk at a normal distance of where you would probably talk.
Right here. I'm talking right now how I would normally talk.
It sounds like you're whispering.
Well, I mean, I'm using my inside voice because I'm inside.
Okay, so so you're using your inside voice.
Yeah.
Um, uh, it's hard to tell because Discord, like, um, are you asking for me right now more so, or are you wondering what it's like on the other side?
Well,
Because,
I know it's like it sounds like how it sounds in my headphones on the other side.
well, the thing is, go to your Discord settings, go to user settings at the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
of voice and video. You
Mm,
probably have some stuff on right now, right? Like automatic gain control, crisp, echo cancellation, any of that? Is that on?
yeah, something like that. Yep.
Because I probably, yeah. So I don't hear it.
So
Maybe
maybe here, maybe tell me if you hear this. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, I haven't done anything yet. Where is it at?
what mic do you have?
Some shit.
How do I sound now?
What the fuck?
How do I sound?
Oh my god. The
This
devil
is
himself.
smooth.
How about now? So yeah, it is connected through there.
Hilarious. That's why I wanted. That's why I didn't want to use just like a regular USB mic. I wanted to connect it through this actual mixer.
What mic do you have?
Thanks for tuning in.
Oh my god.
But see, even if I'm not.
What's your microphone? What microphone? Hello.
It's called Zoom Dynamic Mic. It's decent.
I have a like a Yeti blue Yeti X.
Nice. I'm sure that's really nice.
It does a job, I guess.
So yeah, like I connected it to where this mic and these headphones are my computer mic and headphone now. So when I do, now, cause like the idea here is that like now that I have this, here,
Sounds
see
pretty
if you
good.
can, see if you can.
Do you have any limiting or like gates on? It does a job, I guess.
So yeah, like I connected. Oh, I can hear you. This mic and these headphones are my computer mic and headphones. So yeah, be careful what you say.
What the fuck?
When I do, now, cause
I'm hearing me twice, right? Or I'm hearing you.
here I just sent you a link.
Huh?
I just sent you a link.
No, I just heard myself.
I know because I was playing the stream.
Oh, got it.
That's all I was saying. It is recording you. You're being recorded.
Man, fuck the police.
But look at the so that's essentially the view that it is right now.
Okay. Why are you boxed in though?
And what?
In YouTube, there's like a lot of like.
The so that's essentially the view. Oh, border.
Hold on. You see?
What about?
Like shouldn't you be more? Shouldn't there be less border?
I
Less
can
black bars?
so the cool thing about so I can essentially do like this. Like I could do okay. I could do this. Tell me if you see this now.
Damn. Okay, you need to turn off your notification sounds. Those things are so loud.
Heard that.
It's almost like your frame is not cropped or stretched correctly or something. I don't know if you're using OBS or Streamlabs or whatever.
But do you see?
You got the news announcer. This
you,
is NFL prime time.
are you looking at it still?
Oh.
Look at the frame now.
Yeah, I mean you're in the top corner.
Yeah. So I can just like, so like, I can just, and this is like,
Can you share your screen?
yeah. Let me see.
And so that you can put yourself in the corner. I mean, that's like what most people do.
Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't necessarily have like templates for it. I mean, it probably does.
I mean, all you need to do is add 2 layers, basically, like
Yeah,
one
I got it. I'm just
as you're
trying to
like
size it
your,
properly because I'm like I suck at proportions sometimes, you know.
your
Like print ready
yeah.
proportions I know, but like
I
zoom.
mean, just can't you don't have like a visual aid where you can just
Yeah.
drag it to corner to corner?
Here, look. I'm interested about the latency too. Like, can you see my shit?
It's actually pretty behind. It's like
It's a minute or two, which is good because I want to be able to. I want to be able to. I want to be able to.
to kill it if need be.
Yeah, or like,
Technically, you could kill the stream if you had to, like because of that.
and I could. There's a way for me to edit it.
I still think you should remove the black bars and stuff. I think you need to drag the background from corner to corner. Can you not actually click inside of that thingy?
Hmm.
Inside of the screen?
Yeah, I can.
So drag it.
I did. Tell me what you see now. I'm interested to know like how many seconds is it? Is it like
It's like okay, and then drag it a bit to the right.
I already did all that.
Oh, it didn't. Yeah, it's just a bit behind.
Yeah, I gotta be careful with what I show and shit.
I know. Yeah, exactly. It's no, you just need to move a hair to the right. You're it's you're still got black bar on the right. Probably just arrow key it to the right.
Again, I did all that
Oh,
already.
you turned it off.
Yeah. I don't want to be showing my screen per se,
Oh, gotcha.
but
Yeah, true. I mean, I guess you got like Summer info if you do accidentally click that.
I have to make sure that I get the like. Hold on 1 second. This is Samir. Hey, how are you, Don? Yeah, I wish now was a good time. I definitely want to connect with you. You came up in conversation just yesterday. Um, yeah, just I'm prepping for my 12 o'clock call right now. So can you send me what time? Let's connect via text messages. Yeah, yeah, I could talk before my 7 o'clock call, like 6:30. Yep. Okay, perfect. That would be even better. Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye bye. Like I gotta be able to see this shit live so that I can edit it live. You know. Because at the end of the day, I want to be able to uh, make content. I guess clipping is that, huh? Because this said something about clipping. But fuck, I need to get this off of this computer for real, for real.
Okay, wait. Let me hear something. I switched mics.
Yep, yep.
I was on the wrong microphone. I was on my webcam mic this whole time. I didn't realize it.
Mm. Okay, so did you hear what I was talking about real quick, just to kind of, and we don't have to meet about on this now per se, because but actually,
Dang, my mic sounds so much better now. Sorry, I was listening to on YouTube.
oh, nice.
It's
So
tripping me out.
yeah, this is interesting. But like I said, I'm just gonna figure out a way to like clip content from this. You know what I mean? And
Does it do like VODs? Like, where does it store it to?
I can pick where I want it to store, and like I gotta get the pro mode to be able to connect it to multiple. So like I could connect this to fucking TikTok and Instagram and
Mm.
manage it all in one. So and YouTube, because right now I'm just doing YouTube.
Yeah, you gotta cut that off. You gotta cut off your text and whatever that is, email.
How do I even do that? I figured there would be a way that I could just like turn it off for everything.
Or like a do not disturb, maybe? Is that what that could be?
I could do that. Yeah. But that's just one.
If you're on Mac, I would assume there's like, or some things like a streamer mode where they like disable notifications and pop-ups and stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm going and turning all these motherfuckers off. Oh, calendar, I'll keep on.
Okay.
But yeah, I like the pace of like, you know, if I have an idea, you know, I want to do it live type shit, you know,
Mm.
and like do my work. And like there's this thing I used to do one time called Focus Mate, and it was
Yeah. I've done that before.
yeah, and like you get in there and you know work on projects, you know, together.
Yeah.
My coach put me on it a minute ago, and like you know if I'm dead ass serious about doing something, that's what I do. But
Got
like
that.
you know the this is kind of like that. This is kind of like that.
And yeah, I feel the same thing. I mean, I used to always stream in Discord. Like, I would put on like MusicBot or whatever, and I would stream, publicly. Even if nobody was watching, it kind of gives you this effect of like almost like working in a library or like a coffee shop or a co-working space. And I felt like it was so much more productive because I couldn't like goof off. It was almost kind of like someone was watching me behind my back type shit.
And like you know you're being conscious about what you say and do, and just like not like you know if nobody's watching, it's easy to just kind of sit and
Yeah, exactly.
but yeah, so you know I'm trying to and again this is another
Okay,
like
so
accountability and just like
where we last left off. Okay, how was your call with Omar about reviewing all the stuff that we did
it was
and some of
good.
the changes I did?
He gave me the realm of acceptance criteria. So essentially, like,
Yeah.
and I got like, okay, do we have to come with requirements? Are requirements required, or is, you know, he was essentially saying that a really good user story wouldn't have any, like, would be the requirement, right? So like, if it's really precise and small, then a really good user story can be the requirement itself, you know, like it could be one step, one stage kind of like action task. Or if it's more broad, then the user story
So
can kind of
requirement and task is the same thing. I saw a lot of people refer to task,
yeah.
and then I guess
Requirement and task is the same thing. So, or you know, it can be seen. Omar was giving me nuance of like it depends on where you are, with certain things. So, he, you know, a requirement and a task, like technically a requirement can have multiple tasks if it's getting that deep. But when things start to get that deep, it tends to be a different user story. is kind of what I got from it. It's like, yes, it can
Got
break
it.
down like that, but the more and more you break down, you start to explore like, okay, why am I doing multi-step in this one user story?
Requirement feels a bit vague.
Yeah, well, it's just kind of like the tech way of saying task. Task is
Got
too friendly. You get what I'm saying? Requirement is like, because one
Got
nuance
it.
he was saying too is that like a lot of these people are going to be in a different country or different language, so it has to be
Mhm.
broken down in a sense that's like, and he was saying that a lot of these people don't have beginning to end context, so like
Got it,
people that
yeah.
are they don't know what it's for, they're just looking for the task essentially, and then
Got it.
saying here he told me
In
to
terms of
make
like basic UX, UI
yeah.
essentials that any app would have, more or less. Like, all apps sort of do the same thing when you get down to it. It's just sort of how they're modeled around like the data more so.
Yeah,
Like every app is like just a glorified database, really.
yeah, exactly. And so acceptance criteria is like essentially he was saying that if it's not going, like if it's like, let's say for you for instance, I don't have to give you, unless the essentially unless the requirements matter and or unless the organization is like super organized, then requirements may not necessarily come with the user story. So more so our beginning and our end is just the user story, which is essentially how the person will use it, and then the acceptance criteria is like once I'm able to do this, then the user story is complete. So if you look in where I actually even put inside of roadmap, inside of the acceptance criteria, and you actually look at the actual thing, it says I'm able to click here and see everything on one page. So new acceptance. So essentially, if there's new, because I was asking him like, at what point do we iterate, right? Like, do user stories get iterated, or does iteration come in form of a new user story? And essentially that's the case, right? The new user story, like user stories don't get iterated, and and a key driver in that can be the new acceptance criteria. So if essentially, because I was asking him like, okay, one of these user stories might be correct, right? Like, be able to look at my imprints for the day or whatever, or one of the key functions that we have in here. Because I also told him, I said like I would say that 60 to 70% of these are done, right? In stance of like MVP. Through the lens of MVP, majority of those user stories we created are completed, in my opinion. And we can go back and we can look and actually like break them down, because like that's the kind of like the can of worms that I've been avoiding.
We can add some more statuses, like the actual like the PM side of it, like to do, done, whatever, or like
Sprints. Let's
stuff
just
that's
let's break
lacking.
them down into sprints. Fuck it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Let's
So I don't really understand how you do that. So like obviously I kind of was like nerding out a bit, and like
yeah
I put the user story IDs just to kind of like
yeah I
easily
liked that.
group them and stuff. And then the idea of like domains, that was more of like uh, the domain kind of almost goes into even teams, like imagine like a department, in a way, or in terms of ownership, right? Like if you have like a dev team, it's like this dev team, their domain is like CRM stuff, like that's what they do. But what does that really come down to? What is the goal of it? In this case, it's like
Mm-hmm.
really it's
Excellence. Yeah.
optimizing
No, I get.
sales, or
I'm
it's
with the
or it's
hierarchy is yeah. The
yeah.
hierarchy
And then
is beautiful, and I love the way that you orchestrated it like this too, because it looks real good.
so from is so how do we do, like, sprints are basically um
Tasks over time.
but how do you assign them to
So
that? I don't really.
priority is actually what me and him are going to talk about tomorrow, right? So that'll be good if you're on that call too.
You have like a scoring system, because I was looking at different things, and like there's a lot of
So
way that people score
the way that
things.
the thing that I really loved that my coach used to have me do, and I have it here um in Notion.
I've seen like ice score,
So the way that we
priority
should do it, the
matrix,
way that
like
we'll do it here is based off of the rating of profitability versus effort. You remember that? I used to implement it. So it was profitability plus effort. So and then those put together equals a score that you take the average of. So
subtract it or average.
add
Okay,
it.
got it.
So you average it essentially. So you say, okay, if it's so how the pay it's payout versus effort. So if the
What about
payout is
payout?
high,
That's like profitability in terms of
well, it doesn't
money.
have to necessarily be dollar, but it's typically is just dollar based, you know. But, you know, payout could mean new relationship. Payout could mean, you know, new future contract.
So return on value,
Yeah.
or I
And
mean return on investment or whatever.
exactly.
Sorry.
And so you put the so we put that, and then we do the effort. So like if it's something that's like really easy, take no time at all, then we can, you know, do. So if it's high effort, if it's high payout and then low effort, then that means we should be doing it right now, you know.
Got it.
If it's so low effort is 5, and then high payout is 5.
Okay. And then so you do so you score everything, got it, and then how do you chunk those up into like what's realistic or not
So
in terms of like a week's work? Do you like obviously stuff won't get for some sprints, quote unquote, or whatever, it's like it's not gonna get done, but the goal of the sprint is to like see how much you can get done.
no,
Like,
I mean
it's sort of
our
gamified.
our ability to be efficient determines our ability to be a good project manager at the end of the day. You know, like your ability to say it'll take a week and get it done in a week is what matters. You know, because at the end of the day, scope creep and, you know, hourlies and, you know, bills, like that shit is really what it's broken down into. How much is it going to cost us to get this done from a labor and systemic standpoint? So
Sprints, it says right here, often 2 weeks.
yeah, typically a week, 2 weeks, depend on, was that me or you?
That was you.
That was me.
Yeah.
I turned off all notifications. So. What the fuck? Maybe I gotta turn off calendar too.
So projects or features are your main unit of work. So like a sprint may be working towards like a feature of an epic or maybe potentially the whole epic.
Yeah, it's just over time. You know, we just have to add the by when and who. You know, so like we'll say, okay, now we're starting to assign requirements and, you know, shit to the whole thing.
Got it.
So
Got it.
I'm gonna probably have to set up 2 monitors, and I'll have like the screen sharing on that one, and then I'll have like my main one over here. Yeah, I think that'll work, because I have a TV. Because I mean, I think that, like, again, I'm not doing shit but working. So it's like I don't feel like a bum, you know? It's like you're on live doing what, right? Like you get on Instagram Live, like I don't see people doing shit on Instagram Live but fucking,
Yeah.
you know, dicking around. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, you know, what to. And at the end of the day, if anything valuable happens, or if once I get comfortable enough to have conversations, like,
You just do copy user stories.
yeah. Because technically, again, we're gonna have to look at the base of requirements is gonna be the user story, right? So like we need to see the requirements grouped by user story, is essentially what I was looking at doing. But I wanted to make it its own base instead of its own view and user stories. But the view needs to be.
What do you mean?
So it needs so that we can prioritize, right?
Oh, you do that in requirements. Like watch, I'll show you.
Well, I just was trying to transfer that data over instead of doing a lookup. I don't know.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do
That's wasteful, I guess. Yeah.
here. Just gonna do you just group by user stories.
And then we'll do priority, right? Will be a number.
You could honestly make this a fucking interface, this roadmap.
Everything's an interface. This will be a number. You get what I'm saying? Save. And I'm just like, again, I'm not the guy. But this will be payout. Payout. And then payout is 1 being low, 5 high. and that is again dollar centric. You get what I'm saying? Like we want this to be numbers. No, I want to save this.
So it's you prioritize the requirements, not the user story.
That's what I'm kind of getting at, is that they're linked, right? But because again, if we were doing
You
really
prioritize
good,
both.
yeah, like I think that we should prioritize at base user story. You get what I'm saying? Because and then there's going to be a
So
sub priority
then-
of requirements, right?
Okay, so then go back to the user story thing. Go back to the user story table.
Yeah. And we can just rank them here.
And then business value.
Okay,
Whenever I
so
was
for-
initially looking through all this, I was like business value, customer impact, technical complexity, effort. That was like when I was looking at some
yeah.
stuff. But we
And I
can
mean,
remove
this is the idea, right?
Yeah.
Same shit. It's just kind of condensed
Yeah,
a little bit.
so technical. I'll just say
So
so,
it's-
business value and
It's
effort.
payout. It's payout versus effort. Yep. Yeah, business value is more professional, I guess.
Oops. Value. I'll just put value and effort. Whatever.
No, put payout because I want it to be a money thing. I want us to right now for us in general, sure, but for ours, it's about money.
So 1 out of 10.
We should do 5. I mean, 5 or 10 doesn't matter, but 5 is like a less, you know.
I feel like it's
Option.
easier to rank maybe out of 10, but I don't know. Maybe not.
Let's just, I mean, let's just do 5. I'm
Alright,
just doing based off of what I did before.
yeah. Okay, so then I create a new field that's priority, and it's a formula.
Yep, that's the addition.
Priority. That is payout plus effort divided by 2.
Yep.
Oh, oops. Them dots.
And then I need to be able to. So, okay. Again, I'm gonna save it for when we're putting in a user story. I have so much pent up shit, but like I haven't been able to really. My output isn't pure user story just yet. You get what I'm saying? But like once my output is pure user story, and I really get into my head, I'm in my head right now figuring out the way I'm gonna think about it, right? Because I have had a lot more than what I've sent you, and I haven't written any of it down. Because user stories isn't nothing, you know what I mean? Like, yes, I can talk about it, but like it takes you got to kind of sit down to construct it, you know. Until it's the way that I think about things, because the way that I think about things with design, like if I'm thinking of an idea or a story I want to tell, I don't think of it without thinking of the turnaround time, the quantity, the cost, and the production cycle. You know, so it's like it makes me a lot more efficient as a designer because I don't have to think about like, oh, you know, come up with some design and have my dreams killed, you know. So like right now I'm in the mode of like all my tech concepts have been like my dreams have been killed because I haven't been able to speak a language to bring them to life. So this is gonna be good. But the so you know, a big part of this is gonna be Otter too, and the transcription concept of just like taking this shit, you know, even this streaming shit, taking a transcription.
Check out user stories and go to the list view.
List. Like that. Yes, sir. That's looking good.
So there, it's a little easier to read now.
So I'm gonna start with the first epic, which is, we're gonna, yeah, we got to do all the other shit. We really got to go through. Really, so should we do a completion? Should we add a completion to this percent complete or something like that? Like,
Uh,
because at the end of the day, I want to be able to go down these and say, okay, we've done this, and then like what you were saying, work status. Let's get into the project management, like work status.
got it.
Of, like,
Yeah.
This needs to be worked on. This needs to be updated. This needs to be reconciled.
Yeah.
Because there's some of these that we've already done, but maybe we need to say, okay, let's really lock in on this one. Let's build.
I'll
the
do
requirements for this one.
I'll do a status just for a basic status right now. To say like I'll just say like neglected uh semi complete
I guarantee you, Printavo doesn't do this.
for real complete to do
Fucking hey, this is what I'm saying.
research needs research.
So that's fuck, man. So all right, here's a perfect example. My guy Kale, he's
Status.
my guy's in my system, right? He's asked me for a quote that we're working on now, and then, but Angel's also in my email sending him a message saying, hey, we don't have your contact updated in my system. You get what I'm saying? So it's like that relationship, like a big part of what I want to create now with the management is the interface of doing it all in Airtable interface, even down to the messaging, bro. Like I want to be able to send the message from Airtable so that we can track that it was sent through Airtable. Like, because just like follow-ups and shit like that needs to sit at the level of customer, not at the level of platform, text, etc. Like even a text, bro. I really want to be able to text, and then, like, so tell me.
Put it in user story.
Yeah. So the user story is that I want, as a owner, I want to be able to send a task or quote request via text message to a number. Okay, I want to be able to send a quote or a screenshot or a communication or an artwork or a link via text message 2 ways from my phone to Airtable and to Airtable to anybody's phone, so that I can easily communicate with my team via text. And decrease the amount of time from task to, like, from having the task to communicating that the task needs to be done. And the acceptance criteria is that I want to be able to have 2-way communications between my phone and Airtable, and from Airtable to my phone. I want to be able to connect attachments, and I want to be able to, have it not necessarily based off of like a text messaging platform, but maybe a number. Well, I'm getting into requirements, but like a part of the requirements is that like I want to be able to have it to where like we have its own phone number that you just text it, and then it ends up, and then it filters it. So let's say we texted a number that we had, hashtag whatever, lead, and then once that text comes in, it puts that information in a task categorization, hashtag lead, and then it ends up on a calendar. You get what I'm saying? So if I have a task right now, if I put hashtag task, hashtag Alexis, and I text a screenshot of a request from a customer, then it should boom pop up right now into her Airtable task. Instead of me texting Alexis, it's not that I want to text Alexis. I just want to use the mechanism of a text, which is my phone. So,
did you order that?
Yes, I did. So you see, what Omar was telling me is that like it really depends on where you are in the situation and shit like that. In terms of like, will the user story and the acceptance criteria come with requirements or not? You know, a lot of times a part of the project planning is building the requirements with the technical team, you know, and starting to explore like, okay, that's a part of sprint planning. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And sprint backlog planning, because we can't
So
add
let's
it
go
to a
through what we
sprint.
have now.
Yeah, like we can't add it to a sprint unless we've already gone through the mental wrestling of like what it's gonna actually take, turned it into requirements, so that we know
Right.
exactly
So
what we're
let's
doing.
rank. Let's rank what we have now then first.
Hold on, user story and
Okay.
acceptance criteria. I just mentioned. Oops. Almost sent that to your brother by accident. Yeah,
Whoop.
he's a real one, man. He's they fucked that shit up.
What is
He's a
that?
stand-up guy.
Oh, you talking about log in and win?
Yeah.
Oh no, he got fucked too.
I know, but they just you know, you
Dude,
gotta.
they had like over 70K
Yeah, I know. He told
invested
me.
in that.
He told me it was a bunch. I'm like, damn, man. It's fucking ugly.
The devs.
It's typical. It's typical story, bro. I've heard it literally. I kid you not, 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Like since 2016.
Bro, he needs to find better devs. If you know any
All this
like
shit,
actual
bro, all this shit
dependable.
is gonna become. All this shit is about to become AI generated, anyways, bro.
You know any devs? Then definitely.
I don't. I got a guy, but I wouldn't trust him with anything. He's cheap enough to be my experimental guy. I don't know any like high end people that would actually, you know.
Yeah. Like he needs like smart motherfuckers.
So the okay, so this user story. So user story input, we should work on that too, right? Like kind of like a field, maybe a list. Is a list the best way to do it?
I guess just for now, like
Well, I guess the epic technically is, or like, you know, yeah, like how to add a user story. I just sent it to you, but you know, it'd be easy to be like, boom. That would actually be really helpful.
I mean, I made a form view.
Okay, let's see. So as, okay, boom. Okay, this is cool. Wait, fuck. I want to, okay. As a owner, epic is, ooh, this is dope as fuck. The epic is, what the fuck is the epic for this?
Searchable word, do you think? What is it? It would be what is this about?
Should we upgrade this to the interface form?
I mean, we can move this all to interface.
No, because if you look up at the right, it says upgrade to new forms.
Let's see what happens.
It takes it to an interface pretty much.
Oh.
Fucking A. But, oh, and my brother also told me too that essentially the management of this is product management. So the creation and the management of user stories is product management. So the product, like, but that's, you know, the product that we're building is the PrintBliss software, PrintBliss order management software.
Got it. Okay, right now we're ranking though, so
yeah. So like this new one, so this epic. I mean, fuck it. I'm not gonna put epic. I'm just gonna put as owner. I want to, and then requirement. So we also need to put
I feel like ranking these user stories is hard because it feels like they're all required.
well, we, this is where project management comes in. So if we look at the domains, I think if we look at the domains, right,
Yeah.
we can kind of get some insight on like, if we, from a high level, we look at like each one, okay, because the big domain that's missing in total, that like I need to add a whole fucking new domain for, is member portal.
So like member management,
Yeah.
member management stuff. Got it.
Ooh. With AI, bro, you know how much we'll be able to turn the fucking T-shirt university that I have, all that content.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We'll be able.
Oh,
We
yeah.
can turn that into a wiki that's like worth a
super
shit ton.
super.
You get what I'm saying? Like T-shirt university should be via Airtable. So again,
Yeah.
so this is exactly how it goes. You get what I'm saying? So like, an epic is T-shirt university, T-shirt U transfer. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
exactly.
then another epic will be, in terms of member portal, it's going to be order, inbound order taking.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
Yeah. Exactly.
Where'd it go? Okay. Inbound ordering. So again, imagine if, okay, so a user story. Again, so as a customer, I can text this number, hashtag member ID, hashtag order, hashtag.
Okay. Wait. I gotta pause. We're creating more user stories.
Yeah. I need to. We are creating more user stories.
Or that's what you're doing right
you know
now.
what I'm saying? Like that's kind of the main.
What is the purpose of this of what we're supposed to be doing
right now? So we need to get into the priorities. So
Priorities, or earlier you mentioned about the member stuff too. I
Well,
mean, we could do user story stuff. It just whatever you think is most important.
Well, these kind of bleed into each other. So now that
Like,
we have
be honest
some
with
sort
yourself.
of, well,
Like, I know
so
the user stories are
really,
fun.
really the user stories.
Like, we need to look at. I feel like we need to go through what we've already done in Airtable and check off.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say. We should go and just
So,
go. That's why I had
yeah.
asked originally for the completion part. So do we have a way of
Yeah.
Because then I could check it out. Yeah.
Like a status.
And we can say.
So if you go to the list view and user stories,
Mm-hmm.
let's not worry about priorities right now. Let's worry about statuses.
Got it. Yep. Love that.
Okay. So, I guess we could just go through these, like, just individually. We just knock them out. Like,
Yep. So status right here. Okay. Neglected. Okay. There is no semi-complete.
I mean, it may be like it's like missing a thing, like
Okay.
one thing type shit.
Okay.
I don't know. I was just
So
we can put any
semi-complete would be requirements incomplete, but user story and acceptance criteria clear. And really we need to add in here the acceptance criteria. Because the acceptance criteria is our measuring stick for whether or not it is complete. So
how does that, like, what does that look like?
So acceptance criteria is, it says, so
Do I need to
anyone who
link this
doesn't,
to
so
the user
essentially
story?
anyone who doesn't have the context can look at it and see that the user story is being met, or that the user story equals the acceptance criteria, right? So the user story is like, even if you were blind, you get what I'm saying? You could come in and you could see it and you could say, okay, this says this, here's the result. Yes. So Omar said that essentially from acceptance criteria is yes, I accept, or no, I do not. If not met, you put your notes. This was missing, or this specific thing can happen. Or if this specific thing can happen, then this user story can be met. So it's like you kind of reverse engineer from the user or from the acceptance criteria. So these should be essentially connected to each user story, and then
Okay.
and then that way we're able to see, because like some of them are like, again, may not be worth the, building the acceptance criteria backwards, right? But
Yeah.
the ones that we need to, that we're like unsure on, the measuring stick of it will be the acceptance criteria.
Okay. I think starting off, to not overload ourselves, we need to just do the status part. Like a quick
Yeah.
um
Yep. So okay, acceptance criteria.
I don't really know if
So,
that's the proper way to stick
I
that
got
there,
you.
but
I'll let me click this. How do I fix that shit? Acceptance criteria. Oopsies. Okay. Where? How do I acceptance criteria? How do I click the that How do I adjust that fucking category of acceptance criteria?
what do you mean?
Like change it to the two options. Change it to yes, I accept, or I do not accept,
Oh,
and then notes.
then you gotta do you gotta go to acceptance criteria and
Yeah.
change the fields.
Okay. So you just have it as name.
Change it to whatever.
I see.
Like this is like
I see.
it has to link to each one.
I see.
Or I mean, do you want it to link, or do you just want
no,
it
this
as a
is
field
perfect.
in the other one?
This is perfect. This is perfect. I'm gonna make this a multi-select. Can I do that?
The first one?
I don't think I can.
No, but what you can do is you can probably do like a
Formula.
no, just a new field. Just do a new field and then do a multi-select. Actually, if you're gonna do it like this, if you're gonna do a multi-select, then we need to just have it as not a linked record.
Whatever works.
If you want it like this. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna delete this link, and then I'm gonna just create a new field. Acceptance criteria, and then multi-select, then go to list, and then drag this up to status. Now look back at list.
Add a notes right next to it. Say acceptance criteria status and acceptance criteria notes.
Okay.
And then it could be yes or no is the options. So I want to add jobs to my print calendar to understand my daily workflow. So I will say that this is complete. I want to look at the print job calendar so I can determine efficiency or gaps in the system, new equipment acquisitions. This is needs to do. And then let me put my score. Let me put my scores here. I'm gonna rank these two just while I'm doing it. Okay, yeah, that's how I do it. I gotta do it in the grid view. I keep forgetting. So let me do
No, you can do it in.
but I can't change in the list view. I can't change the
What you mean?
I can't change the like the UI. Like I want to be able to see the priority. No, I just want to be able to see the priorities. Like I want to, as I'm talking about the completion, when I'm looking at just from a using standpoint, I'm looking at like, okay, I'm saying like, all right, the status. I'm looking at the status right here, right? I want to be able to very easily add the payout and the user story.
Oh, here, I'll just do this. Hold on. I'll just
I want it to be right
these.
next to exactly.
Yeah, I'll do this. Hold on.
Yeah, and you can make these smaller. I can make them smaller.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And then acceptance criteria. So it's like, oops. This way it's a workflow. So okay, so I want to look at historical data. Okay, and then I'm actually let's move the I want to at the very very front.
Okay.
Really, the as I and the I want to should be the very very first,
Got it. Got it.
and
Got
that way
it.
it reads left to right.
Oops.
Yep. So as a owner, I want to look at historical data on our print job calendar to determine future building. So this needs to be done. As a designer, I want to view the print job calendar so that I can prioritize which proofs I need to do first. Yeah, you can. As a sales associate or sales manager, I want to view the print job calendar so I can accurately communicate to customers where the turnaround time will be. This is semi-complete. And the acceptance criteria is so acceptance criteria, Logan, should be met or not met, essentially. Yes or no?
Got it. Got it. Got it.
It's
Okay.
it's a reactive thing, you know. So really
That.
really the status, if it's complete, then the acceptance criteria is
Technically, it's
met.
met. Yeah. It's just like a way to. It's like a way to bisect, like filter it basically in half.
And this is and like for the things that it doesn't, I guess it, like for the things we haven't started, for the things that's to do, acceptance criteria isn't even there. But for the semi-complete, you get what I'm saying? It means that the criteria is not met. You get what I'm saying? Like, and then for neglected or complete, it's either, well, complete has to be met.
Yeah.
So I want to view the print job. So as a production specialist, I want to view the print job calendar so that I can understand how many shirts I'll be printing in a day, week, or month. Acceptance criteria is that which I don't think it is. That's neglected, not met. And the acceptance criteria is that as production specialist, I should be able to determine working schedule based on quick glance of upcoming work. Since we schedule time based on
Can we expand that a bit or no?
Do I want you to? Yeah, okay.
The notes. No.
So as an owner, I want to be able to view. Oh, I gotta do my I gotta do this. So okay, so the payout is. Again, it is tough to rank things. There's gonna be a lot of neutrality. Is this adding up? Payout and effort, 2 + 3. That math ain't mathing.
2 + 3.
It's 5 divided by 2. It's 2.5.
Hold on.
So
Payout plus effort divided by 2. All right, I could just do this. Hold on.
but I think the
I'll just do
priority
that.
formula is rounding.
Hold on. Yeah, I'll fix it.
But okay, so as an owner, I want to be able to view the print job calendar so that I can determine how many supplies and consumables we need in the future. This is to do, the
You want it to round, or do you want it to be at a decimal point
yeah, decimal.
like that? Did it fix?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then, print job determine how many consumables we need in the future. So, the acceptance criteria is that there's predictive ink and supply usage based on weekly supply input from production team and or historical ordering data. should be proactive ordering based on invoicing. If big order comes,
I added a few more epics, by the way, that we didn't add anything to. I don't know if you saw, like in production operations, I added some. And then also Airtable, which the Airtable one I'll probably do for like that's kind of more on like the developer side of things, the way I think things should be done. Like for example, like jargon, right? Like how we word things. Remember we were talking about that, like the nomenclature of stuff, like order versus quote versus all that.
hold on, my brain kind of farted. The effort one is high. I'm sorry.
Oh wait,
It's
you're right.
reversed.
So we
I just put it whatever our
pay,
rule is. Put on the
payout,
payout. Five.
payout. If the number's higher, that means it's good.
Yes.
But if the number is high, that means it's bad.
Correct.
So then the priority
is descending. So the lower the score, the better. Wait, right?
Let
No,
me
no, no,
just.
no,
I
no,
want
no,
to
no,
ask.
no, no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
ask.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna ask the AI.
No, I got it. Payout is higher. Low effort is higher. So if it's easy, it's a 5. If it's hard, it's a 1.
Low. So name it low.
So
Low effort.
So you can put next to effort.
Beast.
Next to effort, just put
I'll just
hard. Put easy 5, hard 1. So easy is 5, hard is 1. Because if easy is 5, hard is 1, this is a 3. Because it's like anything that's just like adding some of this shit is a 3 in my opinion.
Payout means
like the business implications. Like, will this make us more money?
High 5, low 1.
Can I?
Actually, I can add it as a description.